What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kitchen Court Cases, where we watch court in my kitchen. I hope you're all doing well today. I see Mayor, I see Vicky, I see Grammy Rita, I see Jonathan, I saw Lawrence Browning. Who else did I see? Um, Officer Pork Chop. Uh, Sashina's here. Cellulite Yoga Pants went out to eat. That's fine. Noted. You clocked in. You're good. Okay, so I hope. Hi, Beverly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Rusty Old Timers Music. You see dead people? Cool. Um, we are going to do some court tonight. To start with, we are in Clayton County, Georgia, having a good time with Dismissal Dan. Courtney, welcome. I was thinking of you today because I have something in the members only that is copywritten that I want to play anyways. So guys, we know how this works. Let me get myself into the right position here. I could set this up properly. Oh, first of all, no, I need to tell a story. We need to tell a story. Firstly, it's Sunday family dinner. Welcome. I'm sorry, but I can't deliver to all of you. So please let me know what you had for your Sunday family dinner, and we will pretend like it's a potluck. And everybody can take from each other's in their heads. It's going to be great. Um, this morning, all weekend, I've been working on my computer. And then this morning, there was an odd issue and nothing would connect on my computer. And I'm going to make a long story extremely short that I fixed it. I'm a genius. I bossed the computer gremlin who somehow broke into my computer and turned off, deconfigurated whatever was deconfigurated. But I got it reconfigurated. So I'm exceptionally happy and proud of myself today. So this stream almost didn't happen, but it's happening. So we're going to play Big D with Dismissal Dan in Clayton County. If you don't know how we play that, well, say hello and then we'll explain it. Oh, also, please clock in for your shifts, guys. It's real important around here. Your time cards are there uh, with the like button. You just hit that. Okay. Hi, Artie. Um, Smoke detectors chirping. You got to be careful. Beverly, I like your new picture. It's great. Okay, Rusty's having blackened burgers. Not your intention though, but I like the way that you've just flipped that. Now it's a cool thing. Yes, the big D with chicken fingers and garden salad. Courtney and I have like the same taste in food. Um, Somebody's all grown up. Me? Yeah, I guess. I'm like 35 years old. I have a 15-year-old daughter. So yeah, I'm pretty grown up. She's almost grown up. Mutton tacos, Sashina. Okay. Okay. Yep. That's available on the buffet as well, guys. So, chips and salsa. Jonathan, thank you. Um, Burgers. Okay, good. I have chips. Oh, I have barbecue chips. I feel like when I come to a real party, there's two things I bring to a party. If I'm invited ahead of time, I will make my famous cheesecake. It is world famous, delicious. It takes 2 days to create. So I need, and it's like a lot of money based on the price of cream cheese these days. However, my whole point is that if you invite me early enough and ask, I'll bring that. But if you don't, I'm bringing chips to the party. Most likely. So we have some barbecue chips. They're really yummy. I love those myself. Let's get watching with Judge Nagel.
And for what he showed me, but yeah, he gonna need an
Hold
interpreter.
on.
Okay, let me see if I can get Miss get Miss Bermudez.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Judge Nagel looks a bit tired today. As usual, like he's been partying hard. He looks younger though. Did he put some Just
All
for
right,
Men
I'll
in
be
his
back
beard?
in just a second.
Oh, he heard me. Judge, it looks fine. It looks good. This is how you know I don't actually prep, because I wouldn't have started it there. Here we go.
Wake up, come on, go over here. Your arm back, please.
What a ragtag group we have here today.
Oh, sure.
All right, we'll get started. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is November the 23rd, 2022. The time is 10:59 a.m. This is Clayton County Magistrate Court first appearance. My name is Judge Daniel Nagel. I'm going to go over some preliminary information with you that hopefully will speed up this process. And then once I'm done, we'll start with the individual first appearances for each one of you. The biggest thing to keep in mind is today is an informative hearing versus an evidentiary hearing. What that means is that you're going to be receiving information. It is not an opportunity to present any type of evidence. So do yourselves a favor. Do not talk about the facts of your case. Don't tell me why you have a defense. Don't tell me that you weren't there. Don't tell me that you were unlawfully arrested, because you have video proof, testimony proof, any other type of proof as it relates to your case, because this is being live streamed and recorded on YouTube. So anything that you say about your case, the DA's office or the solicitor's office can go back and look at it. So you want to keep that to yourself and with your lawyer and no one.
Or us. I didn't mean to do that. Or us. We are also able to look back thanks to the magic of YouTube and the grace of the, what is it, the Copyright Act or whatever? Fair use, blah, blah, blah. You know, regardless. Judge Nagel is going to go over the instructions, which are really important. Don't ask for an OR bond. He's already going to dismiss your charges if they need to be dismissed. It is unlike any other I say this every time. It's because he's like a magician. He comes into these hearings and he literally works magic. Okay? Hi, Billy. Welcome. But seriously, Judge Nagel works magic. He's going to give this broad overview of instructions right now, but then each person that comes before him is going to get extremely tailored instructions. What will they be? We never know. That's part of the fun of watching.
Else. All right. I know it's tempting to get up here and want to talk about the facts of your case, but trust me, don't do it. It never goes well. All right. Some of the information that I'm going to be sharing with you is the nature of the charges against you. Some of you may have your charges dismissed. That's a good thing for you. However, keep in mind that the statute of limitations is either 2 years or 4 years. And if there is other evidence that is uncovered, the law enforcement or through the DA's office or solicitor's office, they could bring some or all of your charges back. All right. Some cases may be dismissed just because they didn't provide enough evidence on the warrant. And I see the message about the translator 10-4 on that. But just keep in mind, if your charges are dismissed today, they could come back later. Now, I don't know if they will or not. I'm not telling anybody to bring them back. But they may do some research and see that your case was dismissed and decide to bring them back later. Don't know. All right. The only two charges that you will have, the level is either a misdemeanor or a felony. All right. Your charges for your next court date will determine if you have all misdemeanor charges, all felony charges, or a mixture of both. Those with only misdemeanor charges, your next court date is going to be December the 6th. If you have any felonies on there, it'll either be December the 5th or December the 7th. Okay. If you bond out of jail, you do not need to appear for your next court date. All right. You just need to make sure that your information is accurate with the clerk's office.
First of all, presto, thank you for being here. Second of all, do not ever apologize for this. This, specifically Daniel Nagel and the fable that I've created around him, has kept me occupied now for many, many hours. Your county is extremely interesting. There's shit going on there, man. Like, people act different in this court than they do in any other court I've seen. It is crazy. But Daniel Nagel is the savior. He's the dismissal Dan.
Office and with the bonding people. That way, when you get notified of your next court date, you don't miss it and get a bench warrant on your case. All right. Also, if you are entitled to a bond or if there is a bond being set, I will go over with you the bond for each one of your charges. Some of you may have bonds on some charges and no bond on the other charges. Okay. Please do not ask about a signature bond or an OR bond or a recognizance bond. Just don't. I've been through every single case individually. I've taken all the factors into consideration. And so the bond is going to be what the bond is set at. All right. So please don't waste your time asking me about a signature bond because the answer is going to be no. All right. Some of you may have special conditions of your bond. The most common types of special conditions are a stay away provision from someone. If you have a stay away provision, it's very simple. Stay away from them. Don't contact them. Don't drive by where they live, where they work, where they are, wherever they are. You don't need to be. They equal jail to you. So if you do not like being in jail or in custody, stay away from them. That includes social media, Kik, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, Hinge, any creative way that you think that you could.
Whoa. Hinge? Is he on Hinge now? Judge, Hinge? Oh dear. Look at all these guys. Look at them all looking up in the air. Look at them all looking up in the air thinking, oops, he named the one I was going to use. Oh my God, Hinge. We got to add that. It's hilarious. I loved it. I just love him so much. He's being so real. Look at all these people. Look at this guy right here. Look at him. Oh, Trish, welcome. Debs, welcome. This is more like in class when everybody for some reason gets their assignment reviewed in front of the class. Like the teacher's just too lazy to do it privately or like write it down. So they're just like, okay, on Tuesday, we're all going to stand up. You're going to try and impress me. And then out loud in front of everybody else, I'm going to critique you. That's basically what this is. It's less PE because there's nobody doing well in this class. Okay. Exactly. Somebody looks like, I think the judge, oh my God, wouldn't it have been, oh my God. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I believe in Judge Nagel and his abilities so much that I believe that somebody had used Hinge and he read about it in the indictment or whatever, and he said that on purpose. He's never used Hinge before. Never. We keep track of these things. This is an absolute addition. This dude looks absolutely guilty. I believe that this is specified.
Contact the person. Don't risk getting locked up and catching more charges because you violated the no contact order. The other type of special conditions are no violent contact. No violent contact means that you can be around the person. Just don't do anything that would make them think that there's going to be an act of violence, meaning no yelling, screaming, cussing, raising your fist, throwing things, kicking things, breaking things. Don't do any of that because guess what? You risk violating the order and catching new charges. And then guess what a judge is not likely going to do? Grant you a bond because you already shown that you can't pay attention to these orders, okay? Another type of special condition is stay away from a certain location. Just like a stay away provision from a person, if you're told to stay away from a certain location, just don't go there. If it's a shopping center, shop somewhere else. If it's a house, don't go there. If it is a residence, we'll talk about how you can get belongings from there if you need to. If you don't need to, great. Just don't show up. All right. And then all of the bond orders carry the special condition that you do not violate the law while you are out on bond. Okay. Next piece of information I'm going to give you is your court date. Again, I've already kind of gone over that. If it's misdemeanors, it's going to be December the 6th. If it's felonies, it'll either be December the 6th or December the 7th. Okay. I'll then ask you if you have any questions. Well, actually, many of you or all of you should have gotten the paperwork for court-appointed counsel. Your options are you can represent yourself, you can hire your attorney, or you can apply for court-appointed counsel. If you did not fill out your paperwork, I can only assume that you do not want a court-appointed attorney, and you're either going to hire your own attorney or you're going to represent yourself, which I do not.
He doesn't recommend, I don't recommend, but this is part of how we vote. I got to move that over here later. However, how it works is this. Each participant, contestant, defendant, if you will approach the bench with Judge Nagel, and they will have to make the decision of this question. And we are going to guess for each one what they're going to guess. So if it's a court-appointed attorney, if they want to hire their own, if they are a sovcitiate, if they are getting it dismissed, the big D, if there's some mental health issues, we got a 5150, and if they don't understand the assignment, 6666666. I've added that. So you can vote as many times as you want. You can change your mind. You can literally write whatever you want. Just engage people. Also, if you see me dancing around, throwing the big D up here, you know that Judge Nagel has done some dismissals. There's only been one time thus far that he did no dismissals. Let that sink in. One time. Every other time he dismisses. It's like, oh. Yes.
I advise you of doing. If you did fill it out, then I'll review it to see if you qualify for a court-appointed counsel. If you later on down the road want to change your mind and you have court-appointed counsel.
Sorry, Hinge is supposedly meant to be different because it is the deleting app. So it's meant to be the app that you delete. That was their whole like vibe. Like Tinder, everyone's like, oh my God, my guy's still on Tinder. Right? Whereas they were trying to sell Hinge as like this app that you don't use again. It's a one-use app. You get it, you find your soulmate, and then both of you delete the app. And the app mascot was like a book. It was a furry little book. It was very odd. I remember the commercials though. And that wasn't that long ago. But no, it was more like you found it was like saying how the reality is everybody keeps dating apps on their phone even once they've got it. Like got somebody, whereas this one they were promoting like we don't want more users. We want you to delete the app. They were sort of trying to be different that way.
When you want to hire an attorney, that's fine. You'll just let the court system know that that's what you've done. The same is true if you want to hire your attorney now, but later on you want to get a court-appointed counsel, right? This is just to get the paperwork started and make sure that you have a lawyer every step of the way for your particular case and your charges. All right. So hopefully everyone.
Well, Courtney, that's a great question. Courtney says, well, how do you track the person you're seeing? This app purports to create healthy relationships in which people trust each other, use communication, and therefore don't need to track each other. Again, wishful thinking for some people, right? Although I actually do endorse that. Absolutely. I'm never going to be one that looks through somebody's phone. And if somebody wants to look through my phone,
fill that out. Lastly, I'll ask you if you have any questions. However, your questions should be limited to what are the charges against me? What is my bond amount? Do I have any special conditions? And when is my next court date? If you ask me anything beyond those few questions, I'm not going to have an answer for you. I can tell you that if you go through a bonding company, most bonding companies are somewhere between 10 and 20%. So if your total bond is $1,000, a bonding company is typically going to charge you somewhere between 10 and 20% in order to bond you out. All right. I don't know what bonding companies require or anything like that, but you know, don't ask me because I don't control it. I also do not control phone visitation or phone calls through the sheriff's department. You need to speak to someone there. All right. The only information I can give you is the 4 or 5 categories that I just went over with you. All right. So just be patient. Don't get in any trouble. If your cases are going to be dismissed or all your charges are dismissed, as long as you do not have anything else holding you in the Clayton County Jail or any other jail, then we'll get that paperwork processed as quickly as possible. We have about 26 or 27 people After we conclude court, I have to finish the paperwork, make sure everything is signed correctly, and then I'll send it over to the jail. So just be patient and don't get yourselves in any more trouble, and we'll get everyone's paperwork processed as quickly as possible. All right. With that being said, we will start with the female side first, just because we only have a few.
Okay, we have to just talk about this because sometimes he slips into a lisp. I don't understand. He also has an eye problem. We don't talk about it. We're non-discriminatory around here, but the lisp is becoming really apparent. Thank you, Sashina. I will open it. My computer's being very persnickety, like I said earlier, so I'm afraid to open anything else while I'm in here. But seriously, what the heck? It's a cute lisp. I love Dismissal Dan up here. I'm ahead of time giving everybody a warning, like, yes, I think he's lisping. It's okay. We're gonna deal with it. Sometimes he dips off and comes back. Like, is there a thing that you can take to help lisping? To be honest with you, actually, I know what would help, which would be like quick available sugars in your bloodstream to keep that energy level up. So he should probably be taking breaks to take a drink of something like a juice.
Yes, Your Honor. All right, ladies. Sit down, Carlson, you first, come on.
All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Kevin Rosen.
All right. Ms. Burleson, you are charged with one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, which is a, let me see if this is a misdemeanor or felony version. Felony. I am going to grant a bond of $3,000. You are charged with one count of possession of a weapon during commission of a crime, which is a felony. The bond is going to be $2,000. One count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, which is a felony. The bond is going to be $2,000. One count of burglary. The bond is going to be $20,000. One count of possession of tools during the commission of a crime. The bond is $5,000. One count of obstruction, which is the misdemeanor, which is the bond is going to be $1,000. And then one count of arson in the second degree, which is a felony. The bond is going to be $5,000. Okay. So your total bond, let's see, this is 5, 6, 7, 27, 28 plus 10. Your total bond is $38,000. Okay. You do have special conditions of your bond. You are not to have any contact with Jonathan Reinhard. Now, I know he's also, he's on the other side because he's also been charged, but do not have any contact with him. He is a co-defendant in your case. There's nothing good that can come about it. I don't know who's the bad influence on who or both or what, but do not have any contact with them. Also, do not go onto the property of 4000 Corporate Center Drive in Morrow, Georgia. Just stay away from that area. If you don't have any business over there, just don't go near it, right? Because if you bond out and you're caught over there, guess what? You're going to be in violation of this order and you're going to catch new charges. All right. Let me see here. Your next court date is going to be on January the 5th for preliminary hearing. Let's see here. You did fill out an application. Now, do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own? Okay. All right. Well, then I will grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case?
No. Yes or no, Dr. Peter?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to you, Ms. Burleson. All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Slade Chambly.
All right. Ms. Chambly, you were charged with, let me see here. Looks like just driving offenses. One count of expired tag, the bond is $500. One count of no insurance, the bond is $1,000. One count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce, which is a misdemeanor, the bond is $1,500. and charged with drug-related objects, which is a misdemeanor. The bond is $1,000. So your total bond, let me see here, is 1, 2, 3, 4. So your total bond is $4,000. Okay. Your next court date is going to be December the 6th, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application and appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
I'd appoint it, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir, not at the moment.
Okay, all right, very good. Good luck to you, Ms. Chandler.
Ms. Annie.
All right, what's your name, ma'am?
Annie Antoinette.
Okay, all right, ma'am, you are charged with yeah. You were charged with 1 count of false statements. It is a misdemeanor. I'm going to set the bond at $1,500. Okay.
Thank you.
Your next court date is December the 6th, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date. Okay. Do not go back to that place that you were at 6880 Terra Boulevard in Jonesboro. Do you have any belongings that you need to get from there?
Sir, yes, Your Honor. I need all my stuff out of that room.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you what. Pay attention, okay? Because I don't want any more trouble for you, and I don't want any more trouble for anybody else. Take a copy of your bond paperwork to the sheriff's department, and they'll go with you. They'll schedule a time to go with you to go and get your stuff, okay? But you just can't roll up there and get your stuff just because I say that you could go there, all right? You have to do it the right. You have to do it the right way. So when you bond out, you go to the sheriff's department and you take a copy of my order, and it says that you're allowed to go back there, but you just have to do it the right way, okay?
I gotta find somewhere else to stay.
That's right. Yes, you will need to find somewhere else to stay. That is correct.
Fine, yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want court-appointed counsel?
Appoint me an attorney.
I'm sorry?
Appoint me an attorney.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. I will do that for you. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, man.
Ms. Johnson.
All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Tiffany Johnson.
All right. Give me just a moment. How do you say your first name?
Hey, here.
I'm sorry?
Hey, here.
Oh, okay, got it. All right. All right, Ms. Johnson, you were charged with 1 count of obstruction, 1 count of giving a false name, and 1 count of interference with government property. I have reviewed the evidence in your case, and I'm dismissing all the charges against you, okay? I just don't think that there's enough there based on the evidence that I have. But remember what I said, they could come back later on down the road. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they won't, okay? But just keep in mind when you're dealing with officers, just do your best to stay cool, stay calm, stay collected, because even though I'm dismissing the charges, it could have ended up a lot worse for you. You could have gotten yourself hurt. You could have got somebody else hurt. And that would have been, who knows what I would do in that situation. So, I'm all for standing up for your rights and asserting those rights, but you also just have to be smart about how you assert them, because look at what happens. You still got arrested, but luckily, you have some you know, I take this very seriously, and the way that I read the law is I don't think you violated it, okay? Okay, all right. Well, if you don't have any other, if you don't have anything that's holding you, once the paperwork is processed, you'll be free to go. So just don't get in any more trouble and hang tight, okay? All right, do you have any questions?
I'm there. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Please.
Oh, love the Big D. Love it, love it, love it. Her hair did make her the tallest of the women.
All right, what's your name?
I am Reeves.
All right, Miss Reed. All right, Miss Reeves, you were charged with one count of battery family violence, which is a misdemeanor. I am going to set a bond at $3,000. Your next court date is going, well, actually, let me back up for a second. This is the one with your mom. All right. Do you live at the address where this happened?
Yes. I wasn't, yes.
Okay, because I have that this happened on Riverdale Road, but I have your address on a different road on your application. But do you live, I guess, let me ask you this, do you live with your mother or not?
No.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Well, in that case, do not have any contact with your mom until one of two things happens. Number one, you get an attorney or you file a motion and get another judge to say that you can have contact with your mom, or your case is resolved and through some kind of negotiations with the prosecutor's office, you can have contact with her, okay? But until then, just do not have any contact with your mother because we don't want any issues with her. We don't want any issues with you or anything like that, okay? So until you get that changed, don't have any contact with her. Let's see, your next court date is going to be on December the 6th, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear. Now, do you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you? What would you like to do?
Like a court appointed attorney.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right, I will do that. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Good luck to you. That's all the females that I have.
Yes, Your Honor, that's all.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. I see we have Miss Bermudez here, so we can do the Spanish, the inmates who need a Spanish interpreter first.
Morning, Judge.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
Doing good, doing good. We'll get your people up, Miss Bermudez, and then
Yes, sir.
get back to doing what you need to do. Who do we have first? Oh, actually, Ms. Bermudez, let me swear you in. Do you swear or affirm that you shall faithfully and accurately translate from English to Spanish and English to the best of your abilities?
I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. All right, if you can ask the gentlemen their names so I know who we're dealing with.
Denme sus nombres.
David Leiva Flores.
Dijo Luis Leiva Flores.
Okay.
Y la otra persona,
Jake.
perdón,
Jacob Dominguez.
Jacob Dominguez.
Okay. So give me just a second. Okay, maybe 4 nails. All right. Now, here. All right. Go ahead. Dominguez. Be good now. Leyva Flores. All right, so we'll start with Mr. Leyva Flores.
Vamos a comenzar con el señor Leyva Flores.
All right, sir, you are charged with 1 count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce.
Señora, usted se le acusa de posesión de menos de 1 onza de marihuana.
That is a misdemeanor.
Esto es un delito menor
Your bond is going to be $1,500.
y su fianza va a ser de $1,500.
Your next court date is going to be December the 6th.
Su próxima corte va a ser el día 6 de diciembre.
If you bond out of jail, you do not need to appear for that court date.
Si usted paga su fianza y sale, usted no tiene que comparecer para esa corte.
Just make sure that your address and information is accurate with the clerk's office.
Asegúrese que su dirección y su información está correcta con la oficina del actuario.
You have the right to hire your own attorney or have court-appointed attorney.
Usted tiene el derecho de contratarse su propio abogado o de tener un abogado de oficio.
What do you want to do?
¿Qué quiere usted hacer?
Ordenado de oficio.
Court appointed.
Okay. All right. I noticed that you filled out your paperwork, but you didn't sign it. Is it okay if I put down that you agreed to signature over this Zoom meeting?
Yo noté que usted llenó su documentación, pero que no la firmó. ¿Está usted de acuerdo en que yo ponga como que usted lo está firmando con esta audiencia de Zoom?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So I will grant you a court-appointed attorney.
Ok, muy bien. Yo le voy a nombrar un abogado de oficio.
All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta con respecto a su caso?
Sí, sobre un ticket de Riverdale que llegó acá.
No le puedo entender lo que dice.
Oh, ya me habían dado bond, pero llegó un ticket de Riverdale que tenía una corte y tengo que pagarlo para salir también.
Ya le habían dado un bond y luego.
Oh, I know what it is, Ms. Bermudez. He has an active warrant out of Riverdale for failure to appear. So before, if he pays his bond, he still has to address the warrant out of Riverdale.
Ok, tal parece que usted tiene una orden de arresto de parte de Riverdale porque usted no compareció cuando tenía corte. Entonces, cuando usted pague su fianza, o si usted pagó su fianza, todavía usted tiene que pasar a Riverdale a lidiar o a solucionar lo de su orden de arresto por falta de comparecencia.
And I don't know when that will be.
Y yo no sé cuándo va a ser eso.
Pago mi bond acá y salgo y tengo que ir a pagar allá.
Repita.
Pago el bond aquí y salgo y luego tengo que arreglarlo de Riverdale.
So I pay my bond here, I'm released, and then I have to go and deal with that over there.
You would pay your bond here, but I don't know if they're going to let you go because Riverdale has an arrest warrant for you. So either they will let you go or they will hold you until your court date happens in Riverdale.
Usted tiene una orden de, o sea, si usted paga su fianza aquí, yo no sé si a usted lo pondrían en libertad porque usted tiene la orden de arresto pendiente en Riverdale. O sea que o lo pondrían en libertad o lo retendrían hasta que Riverdale lo venga a buscar para lidiar con lo de su orden de arresto.
But either way, if you want to bond out on these charges, you would have to pay the bond.
Pero en cualquiera de los casos, si usted quiere que lo pongan en libertad con respecto a estos cargos, o sea, solucionar lo de estos cargos con relación a su fianza, entonces usted tendría que pagar la fianza. ¿Sí me entendió?
Pero no entendí muy bien lo que dice.
No, I did not understand that very well.
I mean, I don't know what else to tell you other than if you want to bond out on these charges, you have to pay the bond. I don't control what's going on in Riverdale. I can't help you with what's going on in Riverdale.
Yo no sé cómo más explicárselo o decírselo, aparte de que si usted quiere pagar la fianza por estos cargos, usted lo puede hacer, pero yo no sé, yo no controlo lo que Riverdale hace o yo no controlo cómo ellos manejan las cosas. ¿Ok?
All right. Do you have any other questions?
¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta? ¿Alguna otra pregunta?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
All right, sir. What's your name?
Hector Carmona Ortiz.
Oh, all right. Well, this is out of order. Give me just a moment, Mr. Ortiz. Hold on. Oh, Carmona Ortiz. All right. So just a little bit out of order. Good. All right, sir. You are charged with 1 count of DUI, less safe, misdemeanor bond is $2,500. 1 count of license not on person, the bond is $500. 1 count of speeding, the bond is $1,500. And looks like a limited looks like a violation of a limited permit. Bond is $500. So your total bond is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your total bond is $5,000. Okay. Your next court date is going to be on December the 6th, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
You can appoint one for me.
Okay. All right. Let me just make sure you qualify. You signed. Very good. All right, sir. Do you have any questions?
I just have one question, but it's related to the DUI. Can I ask her? No.
Are you at what you want to know what the basis is for the DUI?
Oh no, it's because I got blood drawn to prove that I wasn't under the influence. I just want to know what that.
I got you. Well, here's the thing. The results of that won't be known until later on. So you'll get the results of that in what's called the discovery packet. So you and your lawyer can discuss that. The threshold for me, I don't have to think that you're guilty beyond reasonable doubt. I just think that more likely than not, it's going to show that you were over the limit. Okay. So it's a good question. Just talk to your lawyer about that later on down the road and they'll fill you in. Okay.
So I still got to pay for the DUI, right?
Well, yeah, it's just the bond. It's just the bond. You're not paying for the charge itself. It's just to get you out to make sure that you'll show back up. Okay. All right. Any other questions? All right. Good luck to you.
You too.
All right. What's your name, sir?
It's Clark.
Wait, did he pick an attorney?
Okay.
Oh no, he said.
Hey, deputy, do we have Barge there?
No, sir.
So Kevin Nicholas Barge, he's not on y'all's calendar?
Yes, we have him, but we don't know where he's at. We asked the jail to look him up for us, but his assigned location is not where he was.
Okay. All right. Well. All righty then. We'll be here tomorrow. All right, Mr. Clark. Give me just a moment. Let's see here.
Yeah, Chris, usually it's just the paperwork missing, but
Mr. Clark, you were charged with 1 count of false name and date of birth. Oh, I see. After reviewing the warrant for your arrest, I'm dismissing the case against you. All right. I don't know if you heard me talking to one of the females, if y'all heard that, but there's a couple people that are in kind of similar situations as yourself, right? So, you know, look, man, I'm dismissing it against you because I don't think that what you did fits the definition of violating the law. All right. But as you can see, that did you no good because you still got arrested. You still had to spend some time in jail, right? So I'm all for people exercising and standing up for their rights. Full believer in that. You know, maybe other officers would have taken a different route, but you know, when you're interacting with police, man, just stay cool. Do your best to not get in any trouble. Assert your rights very firmly, but you know, in a non-aggressive manner. And you see that it works out for you. Okay.
Yes,
I know it was an inconvenience, but it still worked out in the end because again, I take this very seriously. So as long as you don't have anything else that's holding you in Clayton County or somewhere else, it'll be you'll be good to go. So just don't get in any more trouble while you're there. Okay.
yes,
All
sir.
right. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, man. Good luck to you. Don't come back. All right. What's your name, sir?
Gregory Foster.
Okay.
Okay, well, we have a little bit to talk about with his outfit. Also, welcome Chris and Lisa. Who else came? You guys, this has been, was that 2 or 3 Ds that we've had already tonight? I think it's 2. Oh, but they are missing somebody. He sounded a little bit more concerned about it than the jail did. Let's be real about that. What do we think this gentleman up here is in for? What are his charges? Just a little wild guess. Also, is his like outfit like, well, I should be talking. My neckline is worse.
Here on some misdemeanor driving violations. All right, Mr. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is Davis. Wait a second. Why do I have? Hold on. We started taking people out of order and then. There we go. I just got your paperwork mixed up. All right, let me put this back. This goes here. Ellis goes over here. All right. All right, Mr. Clausen, you were charged with 1 count of simple battery, family violence. The bond on your case is going to be $3,500. Now you're not to have any contact with Sandra Thompson, okay? So don't have any contact with her, don't talk to her, don't message her, don't do anything like that, all right? Until your case is resolved or another judge changes the conditions of your bond, all right? Now, do you live with that person?
Yes, I was gonna say, Your Honor, that's the only person I can get to get me out of here right now.
I got you. Well, don't. Yeah. Hold on a second. I understand you may be in a difficult position. I get that. However, you got to understand it from my point of view. I don't want anything else to happen between you and her. I don't want, let me see when this was. Okay. So this is about 10 days ago. I just can't have anything go down between you and her. I don't know how she feels towards you or you feel towards her, but obviously something happened about 10 days ago, right? You have to get creative because you're not supposed to contact her, okay? Now, if you need to get any belongings, because I'm trying to see here. If you need to get your stuff, that's fine. I'm putting in the order that you can go and get your stuff. You just have to do it just like I told the young lady earlier. You have to go to the sheriff's department and get them to go with you, okay? You can't do it on your own. You got to take them with you so they can ensure that nothing bad happens to you and nothing bad happens to her or anybody else, okay? Your next court date is going to be on December the 6th, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date, all right? You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
Appointment, Your Honor.
Okay, let me see. All right, do you have any questions about your case?
Typical sentence.
Well, that's not determined here. That's later on down the road. Okay, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't even know if the charges are going to be there by the time it gets to the solicitor's office. May dismiss it. They may not. I have no idea. It just depends on a lot of things. Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. What's your name, sir?
Davion Ellis.
All right, Ellis. I was looking at your paperwork a minute ago. You're here just on some driving offenses.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Stop sign or yield violation is 500. No suspended license 1,500, and then no license on person is 500. So 5, 10, 15 plus 1 is 25. So your total bond is $2,500. Okay. Next court date is December the 6th. But if you bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What do you want to do?
I have the court appoint one for me.
Okay. All right, I will do that. Man, just make sure, I don't know if you know why your license is suspended, or if you don't know, but you need to dig into that to make sure that you can get that cleared up so you don't come back here. Because if you get 5 of those, 4 of those within 5 years, it's actually a felony. So you don't want to get a felony on just driving offenses. That's a silly reason to catch a felony. Okay. So, Atlanta doesn't have good public transportation. So I know you need your license. So go dig into that and get your license fixed and present the proof to the solicitor's office. Okay.
Sir.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Mhm. All right. What's your name, sir?
Devin Haynes Winder.
Okay. Mr. Haynes Winder, you are here on just some driving offenses as well. Speeding, the bond is 500, and driving on a suspended or revoked license, the bond is 1,500. So your total bond is $2,000. Your next court date is December 6th, but if you bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date. Okay. Even though these are just minor infractions, you are entitled to an attorney if you want one, because they can carry jail time. The suspended license one actually carries mandatory jail time if it's your second offense. But do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want to have court appointed counsel, or you just want to represent yourself?
Court appointed.
Okay. All right. You signed it, but you didn't fill out any of the information. Let me see. Are you currently employed?
Yes.
Okay. Approximately how much do you earn per month?
2,000.
Okay. Do you have any children?
No.
Okay. Have you served in the military?
No.
Okay. Do you have a mortgage or rent payment that you make?
No.
Do you own any real estate?
No.
And are you married?
No.
Okay. All right. All right, I'll go ahead and grant that request for an attorney. Do you have any questions about your case?
No. No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. What's your name?
Miles Harris.
All right. Mr. Harris. The reason why I'm hesitating real quick, Mr. Harris, is because I'm reading this and I'm very close to dismissing it, but I think it meets the threshold. And I know that's disappointing to hear, because you'd rather me say that I'm dismissing the charge against you, right? again, I'm not looking at it beyond reasonable doubt. It's way up here. Probable cause is way down here. So it's on the borderline. But anyway, you're charged with 1 count of loitering, which is a misdemeanor, and 1 count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce. They're both misdemeanors. The total bond is $2,500. Okay, $1,000 on the loitering and $1,500 on the misdemeanor marijuana charge. Your next court date is December the 6th, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. Okay, just make sure your information is good, and you have the right to hire your own attorney or to have court-appointed attorney. What would you like to do?
Court appointed, please.
Okay, that's fine. Just make sure when you get with your lawyer, y'all discuss this case, and I think it'll work itself out for you. I don't particularly like it, but it's not my job to say what I do or don't like. I have to follow the law. All right. Again, your bond is $2,500. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Richard Iheme, IHEME.
Okay. All right, Mr. Iheme. You are charged with 1 count of battery family violence, which is a misdemeanor. The bond is going to be $2,500. Okay. Also, you have a special condition to not have any violent contact with Sammy Iheme. My understanding, just based on what I have, is that your brother, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I got it. So you can be around them, just don't yell, don't scream, don't throw things, break things of that nature, okay? Or else you'll find yourself in more trouble. Let's see here. Your next court date is December 6th, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date. Now, on your application, it looks like you were trying to indicate that you're not interested in a court-appointed attorney. So are you going to hire your own attorney, or have you changed your mind about a court-appointed attorney, or what do you want to do?
I changed my mind, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So give me just a second. Let me. Are you currently employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Approximately how much do you make per month?
$1,800. $1,800, Your Honor.
Got it. Understood. Thank you, sir. Do you have a monthly rent or mortgage payment that you contribute to?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you currently married?
No.
Okay. Do you have any children?
No.
Okay. Have you ever served in the military?
No.
Okay, got it. All right. And if it's okay with you, I'm just going to put that you agreed over Zoom that I could consider you for this application. Is that okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. All right. Well, I will go ahead and appoint an attorney for you, Mr. Iheme. Do you have any questions about your case?
Yes, as far as with the cash bond, as far as okay.
Hold on 1 second, because I got. Give that just a second to calm down.
Hector, this is a tense moment to walk into. I'm not sure what's happening. We're going to ride it out. Hold down the audio for you guys.
All right, well, let's see here. All right, go ahead and try and ask me that question again. You said something about a cash bond, what now?
Yeah, for the bond, the payment, is it only the form of cash that I have to pay? Or
Yeah, so if you go through the sheriff's office, I think you pay the full amount. But if you go through a bonding company, like I said earlier, it's somewhere between 10 and 15%. And I don't know how they work that out. I don't know if it's a debit card, credit card, cash, check, money order, whatever the case may be, okay?
question on how I will pay for the bond if they have like my wallet, because they have my wallet with them. So I have to go to the sheriff, like the front desk, to ask to pay, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is if you have the money, you got the money in your bank account and you need to get it in order to pay. That's what you're asking me?
Yeah, I have the money in my bank account and they also have my wallet too. So how can I, if they have it?
I'll be honest, I don't know. Get with the deputies down there, they'll get you to the bonding part of the sheriff's department. But yeah, I don't know because I'm not part of the sheriff's department, but they can help you out. Okay. Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. What's your name, sir?
Luciano Jenkins.
Okay.
Jonathan, can you timestamp me
All
this?
right. Mr. Jenkins, you are charged with 1 count of murder, 1 count of aggravated assault, 1 count of armed robbery, and 1 count of possession of a weapon during commission of a crime. On the murder charge, I'm not going to set a bond. On the aggravated assault, it's going to be $75,000. On the armed robbery, I'm not going to set a bond, and on the weapons charge, it's going to be $10,000. Your next court date is going to be on December the 5th, 2022, and there you'll be set for a preliminary hearing, which is an evidentiary hearing. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
I'm going to appoint one right now, but I'm going to hire one later on down the road.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fine. You're more than within your rights to do that. Now, your last name is Jenkins, correct? Luciano is your first name.
Yeah, Luciano, my first name. My last name is Jenkins.
Okay, I got it. All right. You didn't fill out your application, so I got to ask you a couple questions like I did those other fellows. Okay. Okay. Are you currently employed?
No.
Okay. Do you have a rent or mortgage payment that you contribute towards?
No.
Okay. Are you currently married?
No.
Do you have any children?
Sir, daughter.
I'm sorry, you have one child?
No, yeah, one child.
Okay. Is she under the age of 18?
Yeah, she 3.
Okay, got it. All right. And have you ever served in the United States military?
No, sir.
Okay, got it. And is it all right if I write on here where your signature goes agreed on Zoom? Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Jenkins, then I will go ahead and grant your request for a court-appointed attorney. If and when you hire your other attorney, they'll know what paperwork to file and things like that with the court system, okay?
All right.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thanks.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Chief Johnson.
Okay, give me just a second.
I was a little shook by that M word.
All right,
charge
Mr.
there,
Johnson,
guys.
you are charged with marijuana less than 1 ounce misdemeanor. The bond is going to be $1,500. Open container, the bond is going to be $500, and improper lane change, the bond is $500. So total bond is $2,500. Your next court date is going to be on December the 6th. But if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
Are you appoint one, y'all?
Okay. All right, let me check here. Okay. All right, I will do that. Do you have any questions?
That's what I know.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Well, thank you.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Jeffrey Ford.
Okay. Mr. Ford. Mr. McCord, you're charged with 1 count of loitering or prowling and 1 count of obstruction. You said there are multiple people in this position. For whatever reason, they all ended up on today's calendar. After reviewing it, I'm dismissing the charges against you. I'm very familiar with these facts and circumstances. I used to be in the DA's office and know the law quite well. So I'm dismissing it, okay? If you do not have anything that's holding you in Clayton County or anywhere else, then you'll be free to go. Just let us work on the paperwork and get all that process for you, okay? So don't get yourself in any trouble, mind your manners, and you'll be good to go, all right?
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, well, just like I told the other people, I'm a strong believer in asserting your rights and doing what you want to do. Just, you know, be careful because things like this happen, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Don't come back. All right, what's your name, sir?
Armand.
All right, sir, you are charged with, just driving offenses. 1 count of driving on a suspended license or revoked license, the bond is $1,500. 1 count of following too closely, the bond is $500, and 1 count of failure to maintain insurance or no proof of insurance, the bond is $1,000. So total bond is $3,000, okay? Next court date is going to be on December the 6th, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. You have the right to have an attorney, hire your own attorney, or you can have court-appointed attorney. What do you want to do?
I want a court-appointed attorney.
Okay. All right. You filled everything out except you didn't sign your name. So I'm going to write agreed on Zoom where your name goes. Is that all right?
That's all right. Oh, and I have a question.
Give me just a second. I'll let you ask your question, okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and grant your request for a court-appointed attorney. What is your question?
Okay, so I actually did have insurance, but I just couldn't find it. So how do I have
give the proof to your lawyer and let them show that to the state. Yeah, there's nothing that I could do about it right now because A, you don't have the proof with you right this second, and B, remember what I said, this isn't opportunity to present evidence, it's just an opportunity for information. But if you have that evidence, give it to your lawyer, let your lawyer do a good job for you and take care of that charge, okay? All right, and fix your license, because if you keep getting this, you're gonna you heard what I told the other guy, you're gonna catch a felony. That's a dumb reason to catch a felony and lose all your rights, okay?
I need to handle?
All right, anything else?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Give me 1 second, sir. I'll be right back. Okay, what's your name?
Jonathan Reinhardt.
Okay. Mr. Reinhardt, you are charged with 1 count of arson, which is a felony. The bond is $5,000. 1 count of obstruction, misdemeanor. The bond is $1,000. 1 count of burglary, felony. The bond is $20,000. 1 count of possession of tools during the commission of a crime. The bond is $2,000. And 1 count of possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. The bond is $5,000. Your total bond, let me see here, 5 is 10, plus 20 is 30, 33,000. Okay, your total bond is $33,000, okay? You do have special conditions of your bond, and one of those conditions is to not have any contact with Catherine Burleson. So I know that she is here, well, there in the Clayton County Jail, and if y'all bond out, don't talk to each other. Y'all are co-defendants. I don't know if she's a bad influence on you, you're a bad influence on her, or if y'all get together, y'all just do dumb things, but don't have any contact with her, okay? Also, do not go back to 4000 Corporate Center Drive in Morrow, Georgia. You don't have any business over there. Excuse me, don't go there, all right? Your next court date is going to be on December the 7th for a preliminary hearing. If you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date, okay? Do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want to have a court-appointed attorney?
Court-appointed attorney, please.
Okay. All right, I will do that. Do you have any questions about your case?
Not at the moment, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck to you, sir. All right, what's your name, sir? All right, Mr. Rice. Oh, you have a bond. It's just a license charge. Bond is $1,500. Next court date is December the 6th. You have a right to an attorney if you want one. But do you want to hire an attorney, or do you want a court appointed one?
I already got a hired attorney. I just had to let them know about the case.
Okay. Who is the attorney?
It's a company. I got to get the card. Once I bond out, I'll be able to do it.
Okay, that's fine. Well, just make sure that your lawyer files the appropriate paperwork. And just like I told the other gentleman, just get your license situation straight, man, because you keep catching these and eventually you're going to get a felony for it. And, the misdemeanors are actually worse than the felony because misdemeanors carry mandatory jail time. Like, I think if you get a second one is 10 days, a third one is 30 days. So you don't want to mess around with this. Get your license fixed, and it looks like you won't have any more issues, okay?
So,
all right, any other questions?
No, sir.
All right, you're good to go, man. Please don't come back. All right, what's your name, sir?
Stinson.
Okay. All right, Mr. Stinson. How old are you?
17.
17. Are you currently in school?
Yes, sir.
What grade?
12th grade.
Okay. What school do you attend?
North Clayton.
Got it. All right. Do you do any sports or any extracurricular activities?
Baseball and wrestling.
Okay. How long have you been doing the baseball?
I'm finna start now, so basically the 12th grade year.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, I like what I hear from you, and you appear to be, you're standing up, you're talking loud and projecting. I'm looking at. Here's the thing, man. I used to be in the district attorney's office for 3.5 years. I've lived my entire life in Clayton County. I'll be 39 next month. I spent 39 years in this county, from Forest Park to East Point to Lovejoy to Jonesboro. And do you want to know what the most common, when I was prosecuting people and putting them in prison, you want to know what the most common person I saw was?
Yes, sir.
It was black males between the age of 18 and 27. You're getting a head start. You're only 17.
Yes, sir.
I would imagine that somebody that's 17, you enjoy having your freedom and talking to your friends and doing whatever it is that you want to do, girls or parties or sports, like you enjoy those things, right?
Yes, sir.
And I imagine that they do not have those things while you're incarcerated, correct?
Sure.
Don't throw away your entire life because what I'm looking at, and I'm smart enough to put 2 and 2 together. I got street smarts just because of where I grew up and who I hung out with, right?
Yes, sir.
It seems to me, if I got down to the root of this, it's ego. And the person in front of me, I don't think it's yours. I think it's someone else's. But I don't know you like that.
Yes, sir.
But I'm smart enough to know that you're more than what I read about on these warrants. And so you're either going to do one of two things. You're either going to listen to me and
Yes,
take
sir.
it to heart and get your life together and cut all the dumb stuff that you're doing, or you're going to be back and you're going to be another statistic. No
Yes,
more
sir.
baseball, no more wrestling, no more doing what you want to do. You're going to be in there. There's guys that are on this calendar for murder. They're looking at life. You have no idea the concept of a life sentence because you haven't even lived it long enough. Be smart, man. You seem, when I'm talking to you, you're more than what's on this paper because the person on this paper seems stupid.
Yes, sir.
Don't throw it away. Trust me, man. I prosecuted people I went to high school with. They know who I am. They recognize me. But I was a smart guy because I had to make it out. And they looked at me and they probably remember like, oh man, that's that smart nerdy guy. But guess what? I wasn't going to prison.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
I don't know what the school is going to do with you. Do you know if you're still allowed to go back to North Clayton or you're not sure?
I'm still allowed.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I'm not going to ban you from North Clayton because that was one of the conditions of your bond to not go back to North Clayton High School. But if the school's going to allow you back, then that's fine.
Yes, sir.
All right. I did not fill out your bond because I didn't know what I was going to put for the terroristic threats until I talked to you. So
Yes,
for the theft by shoplifting, that bond is going to be $2,000. Don't go back to 7050 Highway 85 in Riverdale, which is that Walmart. Just don't go back there, okay? If you need to get some items, go somewhere else. The aggravated assault charge, I'm dismissing that one against you.
Yes, sir.
I think there are a lot of things that you could have been charged with, but that ain't one of them, or at least there was no evidence. The terroristic threats.
I can speak you on.
Give me just a second, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you an opportunity just like I give everybody else. The terroristic threats, I'm going to put the bond at $5,000. So your total bond is going to be $7,000, okay? Now, your next court date, let me see if the terroristic threats was a misdemeanor or the felony version. That one's been dismissed. They have it as a felony. So your next court date is going to be December the 6th.
Judge Nagel is 5 years older than me. I'm just 5 years younger than Judge Nagel on the screen. That's crazy. And I have a child who is just 2 years younger than this child that's on the screen.
7th at 8:30 a.m. If you bond out of jail, you do not have to go to that.
Didn't graduate in 1973. He's not 65, Sashina. He literally said, I'm 39 in December this year. I've lived all my 39 years in Clayton County. So he was turning 39 last December of 2022, which means he's turning 40 this December of 2023. No, he doesn't have 39 years of work. He's not. No. He's only worked in the DA's office for 3.5 years. No, I'm positive. I'm creeping on like TPO level, but I'm 100% positive. He's 39. He has 2 kids, maybe 3. He's the oldest of his brothers who has like a 7-year age gap with. I'm going to stop now.
That court date, okay?
Yes, sir.
But if you don't bond out, then that's going to be the next time you appear in front of a judge. Let's see, I missed this one. I just need to fill this one out. Number 7. Okay, good. All right. Also, condition of your bond, and I don't even know if you know these people or not, but do not have any contact with Tavish Liggins, I don't know how you say their name, and Torian Young. So if Torian Young if that's somebody that goes to your school, wherever they are, you don't go there. If you have classes with that person, then you need to talk to the principal or assistant principal or somebody needs to get out of the class. Okay. You have the right to an attorney. Do you want to hire an attorney or do you want to have court appointed counsel?
I want you to point one for me.
Okay, all right, I will do that. And then I'm gonna add special condition of your bond. Are you currently, okay, you are not currently working, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. Are you scheduled to graduate next spring in May? Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna put as a condition of your bond that you remain a full-time student with passing grades. And that you also obtain high school diploma or GED. I mean, you fully anticipate to graduate, correct? Like you don't have any classes that you need to make up or summer school or anything?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Then you're super smart. You're ahead of the curve, bro. You don't need to be here. This ain't for you. This is not for you. This is not for you.
This conversation might save this young man. It might not. But do you see how much time he's taken on this kid? Way more than anybody else. And I applaud that. That would make sense, Sashina, because I graduated from high school in 2006, which is, no, was it? Yeah, 2006. But really 2007 by the time I got there. And then my daughter was born in 2008.
I'm going to put that you need to obtain your high school diploma or GED by July 2023. So that'll keep you on track. Otherwise, you're violating this order and you go back to jail and you won't get a bond.
Yes, sir.
All right. I've gone over. You filled it out. You just didn't sign your name. I'm just going to put agreed on Zoom. Is that okay? For your application?
Yes, sir. You can do it.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. I've gone over a lot of stuff with you, man. I've spent more time with you than anybody else because you have more opportunity than just about everybody else there.
Yes,
You're
sir.
still young. What question do you have?
None, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, then you're good to go. Good luck to you. Don't come back here. Okay. This ain't for you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right. You too. All right. What's your name, sir?
IPO Thurman.
All right, Mr. Thurman. Oh, you are charged with 1 count of murder and 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I am not going to set a bond on either of those charges at this time. Your next court date is going to be on December the 7th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Okay. There you'll have an opportunity to have a preliminary hearing and have an attorney talk to the state about potentially setting a bond or working out some type of arrangement about how to proceed further. Okay. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
I'm having my own attorney.
Okay. Do you know who it's going to be?
No, not yet. My family is getting one.
Okay, I got you. All right, that's fine, no problem. Just whenever they do, just make sure that they tell the attorney to December 7th, okay, is your next court date. So they need to be there then because that's a very important date for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Do you have any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Ronte Watts.
All right, Mr. Watts. Give me a second. Watts. Oh, everybody's here for no license.
Yeah, because you want to know it's suspended because you know.
Yeah, well, I've got first appearance today, tomorrow, and Friday, so hopefully people don't get arrested for DUIs today and tomorrow. I know they're going to. It's going to be bad. All right, Mr. Watts. You do have a bond set already. For the license charge is $1,500. For the no tail lights is $500. Total bond is $2,000. Okay. Are you gonna be able to make that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Next court date is December the 6th, but you don't have to appear if you bond out, okay? And just like I told everybody else, man, like if you keep catching the license charges, they're gonna make it a felony, and that's not a good reason to have a felony. You know what I mean? Well, there aren't a lot of good reasons to have a felony, but a license offense is the worst one. So figure out what's going on with your license, get that straight. That way you won't have any more problems with the law, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now it says here that you don't want an attorney. Again, I know it's just driving offenses. I know it's minor, but the license charge, if you keep getting them, it carries mandatory jail time. So do you want to hire your own? Do you want to work it out with the prosecutor on your own? Or do you want me to consider you for a court appointed attorney?
Hey, can I ask? Okay, if I was to pay the whole amount of bond, I would need the attorney, right?
Well, paying the amount of bond, that just means that you get out of jail, and if you have a fine later on down the road, they'll just use that to cover your fine. But having an attorney, that's looking into the legal aspects of your case. I don't know if you have any defenses or not. So it's two separate issues. So again, it is a minor offense. I agree with you, but it could carry mandatory jail time. I mean, you can represent yourself, and later on down the road, if they want to give you jail time, you can be like, hey, no, I need an attorney now. Or you could do the opposite and get an attorney and then realize that you don't need them. It's just really up to you.
Okay, yeah, I get an attorney.
Okay, do you want a court appointed or do you want to hire your own?
Court appointed.
Okay, let me get a little bit of information from you, okay? Are you currently employed?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have a monthly rent or mortgage payment that you contribute to?
Sir.
Do you have are you currently married?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any children?
One.
Over or younger than 18?
Younger.
Okay. Have you ever served in the military?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. And just like the others who didn't sign, I'm just going to put agreed on Zoom on your signature, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. With that being said, I am going to approve you for an attorney. And then if you feel like later on down the road that you don't want them or need them or like them or whatever the case may be, then you can change your mind at any time, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, man. Get your license fixed.
All right. Appreciate it.
We do appreciate it, Judge. You guys, we are doing a members only later at around 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 9 p.m. Eastern. So I am going to say goodbye for right now. That will be totally different. It's just hanging out, watching some stuff we can't watch on regular streams because of copyright and stuff, and we will have a good time. I suggest you go and stock up on something yummy to drink or eat, and then we will gather again at 6 o'clock in less than an hour, in 45 minutes. Okay? I love you guys. Oh no, insert funny name. It's okay. You can rewatch this until we gather at 6. That works perfectly. I'll be back soon, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful 45 minutes.